Hey, hi there. So today we are going to solve this problem called basic calculator. It's 224th problem on Leetcode. So the problem is that we are given a string with some expression in it. It has the characters plus, minus, opening brackets, closing brackets, or a blank space, or some integer. So what we have to do is we have to evaluate it to its integer equivalent. Suppose we are given 1 plus 1, we'll evaluate it to 2. If we are given this string, we'll evaluate it to 23. And the rules are that the string will only contain binary operators. If it contains a unary, it won't be positive. It can be negative. Suppose we can be given -1, and then it should be treated as -1. There will be no two consecutive operators, and every integer that we encounter and the total sum that we will reach at will be in the 32-bit integer range. So what we have to do is the challenge here is that we have to take care of the brackets. It does not matter what order we solve the plus minus terms in, but it matters what order we solve it in what order we solve the brackets in. Suppose so my approach to this problem was using recursion. You can also do it using stack. So what we'll do is we'll take the third example, this one, and I'll try to break it down to you. What we do is, if we have an opening bracket, we call a function called eval, or you can name the function anything. We call a function and we tell it, please evaluate this. So it says, okay, 1 plus, and we say that whenever you encounter another opening bracket, please recursively call yourself. So whenever it encounters another opening bracket, we will go to its subsequent function call, and we'll say that first evaluate this expression 4 plus 5 plus 2, and this will give us 11. So this is done. It returns back and gives it this 11 value. Then it goes to the next character. Next is minus and 3. So to keep track of sign, I use a variable in the code, and whenever we add the integer to our total result, we will multiply that integer with the sign that we have. I'll explain it as we go. So we have this, and then there is addition, and then we encounter another opening bracket, and we say that okay, evaluate this first and then return back. It says that okay, 6 plus 8, I'll give you 14. It returns 14, and here we have 14. We add all this up and it gives us 23. So if we write the code for this, it's very simple. First, what we have to do is, as soon as we receive the string, as soon as we get the given string, we'll add an opening bracket and a closing bracket to our string. We start at index 1, so we initialize a variable called index with 1, because the 0th index is the opening bracket. We do not want to bother with testing it. And we have a sign which keeps track of the current sign of the number, which will be initially positive, and we calculate this using a function called eval. To the function eval, we give this index, the starting index, we give s, and we give the sign, and we return the result here. Now we will design a private function int eval, which will have a referenced index variable and string s and our sign. So what we do is we initialize a variable result equals to 0 initially, and while our index is less than s dot length, is less than the size of the string and the character at index is not equals to a closing bracket, then we keep going. And here we say if the current character is a digit, then we evaluate it. I'll write this later. Let's first go to the else case. Else, if it's not, we will check if the current character is a minus sign. If it's a minus sign, we change our sign to -1. If it's a plus sign, plus sign, then we reassign or change our sign to a positive one. We don't need positive here, so yeah. Else if index else if the character here is an opening bracket, then we perform recursion and we say please add this to my result when you evaluate this and multiply it with the current sign we have. And here we will send an index, the string, and sign which is initially positive, right? But the thing here is that C++ does not allow, the compiler that we are using here does not allow us to send a reference variable as a constant to some other subsequent function call. So what we do is we take another variable, assign it to index +1. Why +1? Because again we do not want to evaluate this opening bracket. So we send the new index and we do this and we again assign index to the new index, the changed value, because we are using reference here, right? If none of these, and anyway if we are in the else case, anyway we have to increment the index by 1. If all goes well, we will return our res. Okay, now we come back to the evaluate part. While we say while the current character is a digit, we have a we take an empty string w and we say that while the current character is a digit and index is less than s dot length, please add this to my w. Please add this character to my w and increment the index. And we say after you have done this, then please add it to my result, convert it to an add it to my result by converting it to an integer first by using some inbuilt function. Most languages have an inbuilt function for converting a string to an integer. Convert this to an integer and add and multiply it with the current sign that we have. And I think this should work. We might face some small error. Okay, yeah, this works. So you can see the whole code here. I'll just zoom out for you. You can see the whole code. So yeah, that was my approach. You can also do it using a stack data structure in this function only. You can do it. So thank you. I hope I was able to convey what I wanted to make you understand, what I wanted to tell you about this problem. I hope you have a good day, and remember that the motto is to become competent. Alright, see you.